There goes Kyle Busch. See if he can make that work. Down on the inside, he's trying to make this pass, and I think it's going to happen.
Oh, man. Up across the racetrack and contact with the 07 car.
Reed Sorensen gets a piece. That's Jason White. Oh, my good. Wow.
And
a hard lick right there.
That's your points leader, folks, here for the NASCAR Nationwide Series, and he could be done for the night.
Really don't know what the 07 was doing right there. I mean, I think he eventually was trying to get out of the way, but obviously put himself right in harm's way.
Yeah, Chase Austin up across there he is up in turn 4. Now pulling down across the racetrack, DJ.
Oh, just a terrible mistake.
Move around. Oh, 3 1. Look out, this is bad news. Oh, man, up onto the wall. Casey Kane now comes back down on all 4. Caution is out.
Oh, you can see that. Coming at you, bud. Just hold on here.
That is a tough break because that car, as you mentioned, was good tonight.
Man, that's too bad. Yeah, but you know, as good as they are, you sometimes it gets frustrating as a driver when you have that good a car and there's nowhere to go, but you just have to try to be as patient as you possibly can be. Right here, Justin Allgaier is really struggling. Trevor Bayne got to the inside of him, forced him to the right side a little bit. Casey Kane was already there.
Damage also to the right side of the 12 there, as you can see. Don't know how severe that is right now, but Casey's night is done.
That's good to see he's okay.
Sideways, there's some contact.
Causing the 05 John West Townley into the wall twice. And caution is out for the 4th time on lap 145.
They look like they just couldn't get away from each other.
These guys have been battling side by side. Look, Townley tries to enter high, gets sideways there, and that begins it.
Brendan Newberry able to sneak by on the outside.
Brandon Jones and Justin Boston were just in the wrong place at the wrong time at Bristol. You can see Newberry all out of shape, but still hangs on to his truck.
Yeah, watch the 33, and he's going to try to get by on the inside, and John West Townley is there.
And he gets hit on the inside as well. Both sides of that 33 truck pretty well used up.
Not right. And here goes Rich Bickle in the diehard truck right past him, so you're right. Again, Bliss starting to go backwards. Taking a look at Michael Doccanero in contact. Mike Bliss goes to the wall. Hard impact after he made contact, and Bob Keselowski comes through with nowhere to go and slams in to the left front of Mike Bliss.
Terrible, terrible break for Bob Keselowski, and then also Mike Bliss. Looked like the 18, Mike Bliss's truck's on fire. Seems like every time we've had an accident, there's been a fire truck. Here we go again. Here's Michael Docken in the 18 truck on the inside. He's trying to follow Rich Bickle by, and look, he's right on the bottom of the racetrack. Mike Bliss comes down, didn't know he was there, and around he goes into the wall. Then the trouble starts. A nice job by Brian Reffner to miss him. Here's another angle. So you see Michael Docken. He's already up to his rear tire, almost up to his door. Backs out of the throttle. Mike comes down, just doesn't give him quite enough room.
The Dana-sponsored number 18 of Michael Docken got away from the trouble, though, but as Mike Bliss sat in the middle of the racetrack, here comes Bob Keselowski in a pack of 3 trucks, nowhere to go. Gets pushed in there a little bit by Stacy Compton in the Valvoline truck, and a lot of damage on the Mopar Performance Dodge, the number 29 of Keselowski.
Just got shot up the hill by Carl Edwards.
Well, Jarrett, Shane Mill get together on the front stretch. Caution is out.
Clear. Caution's out.
And with 3 laps to go, that will be the race, I believe.
I'm not sure on that one, Mike. This could be set up possibly for a green-white checkered because the caution came out before the white flag was displayed.
Jarrett in the 90.
Coming off turn 4. Just gets into the left rear quarter panel. Dale Jarrett gets a little bit sideways, and Shane Mill pretty much gets into the left rear again. And then, of course, Michelle Jourdain comes along. Hard lick right there.
Shane Mill has showed no patience over these last 20 laps. He moved Kenny Wallace out of the way to pass him. He moved Clint Boyer out of the way to pass him. And gets in the back of Dale Jarrett.
Come on, all clear. Caution's out. Come on.
Drivers are using all of the concrete out there tonight. Trouble down the front. Danica Patrick.
That's unfortunate. Oh, she done
A great job for 434 laps here tonight.
So far, how bad is it?
It's done.
And number 13 is unlucky for Danica Patrick. She was
Bring it to the pits, please.
19th.
We'll go.
Gonna be a little contact here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's real unfortunate because she did have an incredible race going to be on the lead lap at 435 lap.
Big trouble.
Newman, Keselowski, Hamlin, Harvick, Truex, and Schrader.
Truex, big loser here. He had raced his way into the top 10 in points where he was running earlier. Really hard to tell. I mean, it looked like this 11 was slow getting in the corner.
Looked like he tried to get up there. Thought maybe the 55 got a little bit loose getting there, and Jimmy was trying to maybe avoid that somehow. Okay.
11 and 55 there.
Yeah.
Tire down on the 11, right front maybe after that contact.
Definitely a stack up. Oh man, there's a lot of good cars got torn up here.
Landon Castle broke either a left rear hub or axle on his number 40 going into turn number 3, and the car takes off and it pounds the safer barrier right here.
I mean, you can see the whole left rear hub, wheel, tire, everything came off that car. Look how high up in the air it was.
Again, Larry, it's just one of those things. This racetrack will absolutely, you can see right in there as he goes down the hill that it just broke that whole end of the housing off, hub and all.
Now he's fine. He told the spotter on the radio he's okay. That is the hardest hit I've seen at this racetrack since your brother hit the crossover gate.
Jamie Dick, 55, was in the middle of that group that we were pointing at, and Nelson Piquet Jr.
So the 30 just drove in there and killed the rest of it.
It's the second one of these hard licks we've seen this weekend. We saw the 5-car in practice hit really hard. Almost kind of the same way.
Well, we talked about how fast things happen here and visibility and so on.
And as a driver, you really have to, once that caution, you hear it's out, you've got to slow down, get yourself slowed down. And what happens in these situations is you see them get up on it and then try to slam on the brakes, and then you can't steer the car.
That had lap cars in the middle of it. That was the group where this happened.
You might have got a little help from Brian Vickers. Is that who that was in the 20?
Yep. And then Ryan Vickers.
Vickers is a part of this.
Involved.
So my apologies to Almirola. He wasn't involved in that, but this is what we're kind of starting to expect here late. And Jimmy Johnson comes in, nowhere to go.
Well, Almirola wasn't involved in starting it, but he got a piece of it. And they obviously got the radiator on that 48.
Yeah.
Whoa, Jimmy Johnson just turned Jeb Burton. They both go around. Turn 1, Burton in the wall, Johnson spinning to the bottom. And Harvick spins into David Reagan. Oh my goodness.
Oh my. I think Jimmy was just trying to make a pass here. He got down underneath of him. And Jeb, yeah. I think Jimmy's a little frustrated with his car and that accident, and he wasn't running like he had been. He had a shot at winning this thing, got that taken away, and poor old Jeb Burton. By the way, has Been in a lot of situations, precarious situations tonight.
Just
And look.
nowhere for Harvick to go.
My
David Reagan
goodness.
sitting right in the middle of the racetrack.
There's the start of it. It carries down toward turn 1. David Reagan all piled up, and I'm curious to see how Kevin Harvick, unable to get around as the others leaders did.
Michael Waltrip's car begins to slip and slide on the outside and contacts the concrete wall nearly head on. The car is sawed in half by that concrete barrier there. One of the most spectacular and violent crashes I have ever seen, Ned Jarrett.
Jerry, I've been involved in auto racing for more than 30 years, and I don't remember ever seeing a car torn up this much.
The safety crews had run over to the car. Likewise, older brother Darrell Waltrip was there. Let's check with Denny Parsons.
Caution is out. A chain reaction accident down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Eric Almirola, Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, Brian Vickers, the drivers involved. Almirola clearly getting the worst of the damage.
Just people trying to go as fast as they possibly could. You see they're basically 3 wide there. I don't think Brian Vickers had any idea that the 42 was up on the outside of him. You can see Boyer running the back of Kyle Busch. He tried to slow down. He slams into the 43, back into the 15. My goodness.
You can see it all kind of bottled up right here behind Michael Lynette. It's like Vickers just cut Larson off a little bit, and that just started the whole thing.
So 2 separate incidents that combine. 55-43 have contact in the jam up. Clint Boyer hits Kyle Busch, and then they all come together, and there's more contact.